Welcome to Doggy for Life, where we dig deeper into the fascinating minds and hearts of our four-legged companions. Have you ever looked at your dog and thought, there's something more going on behind those eyes? Maybe they anticipate when you're feeling down, recognize people they've only met once, or figure out how to open doors and cabinets on their own. These aren't just funny little habits, they could be powerful indicators of high canine intelligence. In this video, we're uncovering the surprising signs that show your dog might be far smarter than you ever realized. Dogs have evolved alongside humans for thousands of years, developing not only loyalty and affection, but also a sharp awareness of our behaviors, emotions, and routines. Number 1, your dog understands human words more than you realize. Many dog owners are surprised to learn just how many words their canine companions can understand. But research has proven that dogs aren't just associating sounds with actions, they're actually learning vocabulary in a way that resembles how toddlers learn language. Some highly intelligent dogs can learn over 100 words and commands, and even distinguish between objects based on verbal cues. If your dog knows the difference between ball and bone, or can identify "go get your toy" versus "go to your bed," they're using complex memory skills and associative reasoning. What's even more impressive is their ability to interpret tone and context. You might notice your dog perks up when you say, "wanna go for a walk," even before you grab the leash. This means they're not just picking up on isolated words, they're interpreting the emotional weight and timing of your language. If your dog responds correctly to varied commands in different settings, that's a strong sign they're smarter than you think. Number 2, they solve problems on their own. Problem solving is a hallmark of intelligence, and many dogs exhibit this trait in everyday life. Have you ever watched your dog figure out how to open a door by pawing at the handle or dragging furniture to reach something out of their reach? These are examples of cognitive reasoning, where your dog assesses a challenge and applies trial and error, or learned strategies, to overcome it. Some dogs even learn how to manipulate their environment or your behavior. For example, a clever dog might fake needing to go outside just to get a treat or attention. That's not disobedience, it's strategy. It means your dog has learned cause and effect, which is a clear indicator of advanced thinking. The more you observe your dog adapting their behavior to reach a goal, the more you're witnessing their intelligence in action. Number 3, your dog shows empathy when you're sad. Empathy is often thought of as a uniquely human trait, but dogs display emotional sensitivity that's far more profound than many people give them credit for. If your dog comes to sit by your side when you're upset, rests their head on your lap when you cry, or behaves unusually gently around you during hard times, it's not a coincidence, it's emotional intelligence at work. Studies show that dogs can read human facial expressions, body language, and vocal tones to detect emotional shifts. In fact, many dogs can tell the difference between a genuine smile and a nervous one, or a playful tone versus a distressed one. When they offer comfort, they're doing more than just reacting, they're expressing compassion. If your dog picks up on your mood and adjusts their behavior accordingly, they're emotionally smarter than most people think. Number 4, they know how to get what they want, and from whom. Dogs are excellent social strategists. They observe your routines, learn your weaknesses, and often know exactly what to do to get what they want. Whether it's giving you the perfect head tilt to score a snack, nudging your hand for petting, or choosing the family member most likely to cave to their requests, these actions aren't random. They're calculated choices based on previous success. Your dog has been watching you closely, learning patterns in your behavior, and adjusting their approach. This shows memory retention, adaptability, and social manipulation, key indicators of advanced intelligence. If your dog knows how to push your buttons in just the right way to get attention, treats, or affection, they're not just cute. They're sharp, and they've been taking notes on you. Number 5, they remember events over long periods of time. Dogs have a stronger long-term memory than they often get credit for. If your dog reacts to people or places they haven't seen in years, remembers where they buried a favorite toy, or avoids a location where something scared them long ago, they're demonstrating episodic memory. That's the ability to recall specific events or associations from the past, which requires high-level cognitive processing. For example, if your dog avoids the vet's office even after a year has passed since their last visit, or if they eagerly wag their tail when you turn onto a familiar road leading to the dog park, it's because they've formed lasting mental connections between places, events, and emotions. This is more than just habit, it's intelligence in the form of emotional memory and spatial awareness. Number 6. Your dog can read other dogs' emotions. Social intelligence doesn't just apply to humans. Dogs are remarkably skilled at interpreting the body language, facial expressions, and even the vocalizations of other dogs. If your dog knows when another dog is being aggressive, playful, or fearful, before any physical interaction happens, that's a form of social reasoning. Some dogs even step in to diffuse tension between others, or comfort a frightened companion. These actions suggest that your dog is capable of perspective taking, a rare skill that requires them to understand the mental or emotional state of another being. When your dog can act as a social diplomat at the dog park, adjusting their behavior depending on who they're interacting with, it's a sign of complex cognitive and emotional processing. Number 7. They anticipate your actions before you do them. Ever notice your dog gets excited before you grab their leash? Or heads to the door just as you're getting ready to leave, even though you haven't said a word? That's predictive behavior, and it requires both observation and memory. Your dog isn't just reacting to the moment, they're making predictions based on a sequence of events they've learned over time. This anticipation proves that your dog is capable of identifying patterns and preparing their response accordingly. It's a skill rooted in logic, and it's a key marker of higher-level thinking. So the next time your dog seems to know your schedule better than you do, remember, it's not a coincidence. They've mapped your behavior like a little detective. Number 8. They learn new tricks with little repetition. The ease with which a dog learns new behaviors can be a strong measure of intelligence. If your dog picks up new commands quickly, especially if they can generalize them to new settings, that means they're not just memorizing. They're actually understanding. For example, if you teach your dog to sit at home, and they later sit on command at the park, amidst distractions, that's a sign of true learning. Some dogs even understand abstract concepts like wait, left, right, or the difference between go find it and bring it here. These cognitive leaps involve memory, reasoning, and comprehension. A quick-learning dog is not only obedient, they're cognitively gifted. Number 9. They know when you're not being fair. Dogs have a strong sense of fairness and justice. In studies, dogs who saw another dog getting a treat for a trick, while they got nothing for doing the same trick, would eventually refuse to participate. This shows that dogs not only notice unequal treatment but emotionally respond to it. If your dog gets sulky or confused when a sibling gets more attention or if they protest being left out of playtime, it's not just jealousy, it's a sense of equity. They know what's fair, and they expect you to treat them with the same respect they show you. That's a sign of emotional and relational intelligence that rivals many humans. Number 10. They learn from watching you, not just listening. Observational learning is a powerful sign of intelligence, and many dogs exhibit it naturally. They watch how you open the fridge, how you interact with objects, even how you respond to other people. Over time, they figure out how to mimic or anticipate your actions. If your dog seems to know when it's time to wind down for bed, waits for you to pour your coffee before following you to the couch, or learns to open gates by observing your hands, that's not luck, it's intellect. This kind of learning takes more than memory, it requires focus, interpretation, and imitation. Dogs who watch, interpret, and apply what they've learned through observation are clearly smarter than many give them credit for. If your dog learns more from your actions than your words, they're showing a whole different level of canine cleverness. If your dog does any of the things we talked about in this video, you're not just living with a loyal companion, you're living with a highly intelligent, emotionally aware creature who understands more than you think. Dogs are constantly learning, observing, and adapting. They respond not only to our voices and gestures but also to our moods, habits, and patterns. Intelligence in dogs isn't just about tricks or obedience, it's about how they connect, communicate, and solve problems in their own unique way. At Doggy for Life, we believe every dog has a story to tell, and sometimes that story is written in the clever things they do when we're not even paying attention. If this video helped you see your pup's brilliance in a new way, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And we want to hear from you. What's the smartest or most surprising thing your dog has ever done? Tell us in the comments below. Thanks for watching Doggy for Life, where every bark, every tail wag, and every brainy moment is worth celebrating. We'll see you in the next video.